Jonny from Piano with Jonny, and today I'm going to teach you 8 of what I think are the most beautiful pop chord progressions. And we're going to talk about pop chords, we're going to talk about how to form pop chords, and we're going to talk about the left hand and how to play really just beautiful left hand lines that sound rich and form a really nice foundation for the right hand. So let me go and demonstrate a few of these progressions that I'll be teaching you in the lesson. Here's one of them. Isn't that gorgeous? Here's another one that we're going to talk about. Isn't that beautiful? Here's one that's a little bit higher on the piano. And here's one more. The other great thing about these chords is that you can improvise over them. And to improvise simply means to create your own melodies. It's just to sit down and express yourself at the keyboard. And there's a big misconception among pianists that you need to know lots and lots of different scales to improvise. And that couldn't be further from the truth. You only need to know one scale to be able to improvise over each of these chord progressions. So I'm going to show you that scale, and I'm also going to show you a bunch of the techniques that I love to use to improvise. We're going to talk about things like hammer-ons and hammer-offs, also harmonizing the melody using thirds and sixths, and also playing beautiful runs up and down the piano. So lots of really great techniques. And lastly, we're going to go really slowly. I show you every single note. We're going to count the rhythms together, because not only do I want you to be able to play each of these, but I really want you to be able to understand what you're playing. Now, this lesson is for intermediate piano players, so if you're an advanced piano player, you're going to be just fine with this lesson. Also, if you're a late beginner, it might be a little bit more of a challenge, but you'll probably be able to handle this as well with a little bit of extra work put in. We also have a beginner version of this lesson as well, so if this is a little bit beyond you, you can check that out as well. Now, in this preview course, I'm going to teach you a portion of the lesson, but if you want the full-length lesson, you can find it on pianowithjonny.com. So let's go ahead and hop in. Here it is. Okay, so the magic in this progression is this bass movement here, okay? Basically, we're going A minor. I'll show you the chords in root position, but A minor. Then we go to an E minor over G. This is a little bit different chord. Basically, we have a G in the root, but instead of making this a G major, we turn this into an E minor. Okay, this is a really beautiful way of playing in a downward motion from the sixth, right? Sixth being A minor, right? So, A minor, E minor over G, F major, that's F, A, C, and then back to E minor. And that actually sounds kind of pretty by itself. And I think it's a more interesting way, you know, you could go A, G, F, G, A. I think it's more interesting to have this first inversion, E minor, okay? So let's go ahead and play the tenths on the bottom. All right, A, E, C, it's our first position, 3, 4, and then E minor. Oh, so gorgeous. So this is, once again, in E minor, first inversion, except we're spreading it out, G, E, B. You see that? And the next one is F major, right? And then back up to E minor. And it's great. Once again, these chords want to move back to where you started. And that chord, this is a really interesting chord because it wants to go, when you're going up, it wants to go to the A minor. And when you're going down, it wants to go to the F. So beautiful. So that's the left hand. Right hand, very simple little melody built around these chords. So A minor. So we've got E and C. That's the first one. Then we go down to the B, then A, then B, and then G by itself. Okay, next part. This is on our F chord. This is C, G, and A. Then we go G and D, G and C. Actually, and then here we have D and B, and then up to the G by itself. Okay, here's the right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put the hands together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, right? And then it repeats. Okay? And just like the others, you can use single notes in the right hand. Remember, sometimes less is more. Sometimes you want that very soft sound. This is also a really pretty one to play up the octave. Check it out. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love this progression. So you can try it in both octaves. Now for this one, we're basically back in the key of C major, right? We're using all white notes here. You know, we're starting on the A minor, which we're starting on the 6th. You know, then going, actually, this is the 3rd, this is an E, an E, but it's inverted, and then to the 4, okay? So when we're soloing over this, we're going to use the C major scale. So once again, I'll just improvise here just a little bit. And I want you to gather some ideas. This time when I improvise, I'm going to play a little bit more chords in the right hand. So I'm going to be using 6ths, I'll be using 3rds. So far I've done mostly single note melodies, but just pay attention to that because it's something I want you to incorporate into your solo. So here we go. Cool technique, little slides. And all I'm doing there is just, gracing the bottom note with another finger. Okay, so you hear me using these 6ths, you hear me using the 3rds. We can also use full chords as we solo. I don't use the full 3-note chords as much when I solo, and this gets into a little bit heavier theory as to, what notes do you play. And we're not going to go into it as much in this lesson, but the point is I want to encourage you to use more than one note, and 6ths and 3rds sound awesome. Hey, thanks for watching this preview course. Once again, you can find the full-length lesson on pianowithjohnny.com, as well as lots of other lessons for beginner, intermediate, and advanced piano players, and lots of really fun arrangements. Well, that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.